Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Hey everyone, great to be here.
So today we're diving into the ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's everywhere now, isn't it?
Totally. We'll explore some accessible new tools, look at how AI is shaping our phones and things, and even touch on some, well, quirky tech that's making waves.
And definitely some important conversations around AI's societal impact and security, too. Stuff you really need to know.
Exactly. Get ready for some surprising facts and insights to stay informed in this, well, fast-paced tech world.
It really is incredible how AI's gone from just theory to something we use every day, often without even thinking about it. And what's really striking is how much powerful AI is actually free now. It sort of democratizes things that used to be super exclusive.
That's exactly where we wanted to start. You know, when you think AI, ChatGPT probably springs to mind first for most people.
Sure, it's the big one.
But the free version is surprisingly incredibly capable, packed with features people might not even realize are there without paying.
Oh, absolutely. It's way beyond just basic chatting now.
Like what specifically?
Well, for starters, the free tier now includes image generation. It uses the GPT-4o model, which was actually named the best image generation model overall in a recent comparison. So you can make some genuinely impressive pictures, for free.
Wow. Okay. That's a pretty big deal for casual users, not just a gimmick then.
Not at all. It's a real creative tool. And it's not just text and images either. The voice mode is also free now.
The talking part.
Yeah, you can actually talk to ChatGPT out loud. And it's gotten, much more advanced and natural sounding over the past few years.
Feels more like a real assistant, maybe?
Kind of, yeah. The main limits for free users are pretty reasonable, honestly.
Like what?
You might hit usage caps sometimes, especially when it's busy, or you might not get the absolute newest models instantly. But for most daily stuff, just exploring or getting things done, it's usually more than enough. It really lowers the barrier to entry.
Okay, so ChatGPT is great for conversation and images. Let's pivot a bit. Canva. I mostly know it for, simple graphics.
Right, but it has quietly become an AI powerhouse. And a lot of those AI features are actually on the free tier.
Really?
Yeah. If you've ever struggled with graphic design, their AI tools are, well, people are calling them a game changer.
Okay, like what kind of tools?
Well, notably, you can generate whole new designs or create images with something they call Dreamlab, all free.
Huh. How's that different from, say, the ChatGPT image stuff?
The key difference, and this is a big plus, is that elements you create with Canva AI are editable.
Ah, okay. So you're not stuck with the first thing it makes.
Exactly. You can manually tweak things. The AI gives you a great starting point, but then you can actually adjust it to get exactly what you need, not just something good enough.
That makes sense. It's like an AI design assistant for everyone, even if you don't know much about image editing. Great for quick social posts or invites.
Precisely. It puts pretty powerful tools in anyone's hands. Now, speaking of tools, let's talk search. Perplexity is doing some interesting things there.
Perplexity. Right, I've heard of that one. It's like a search engine, but different.
Yeah, they're aiming to be a smarter, more conversational, and easy-to-use search tool. And again, the free tier is very capable.
What makes it smarter?
You can ask really complex questions, and it gives you detailed answers, but critically, it provides relevant citations.
Oh, so it tells you where it got the info. That's huge.
Yeah.
Less chance of it just making stuff up like some chatbots can.
Exactly. It's specifically designed for finding current, reliable information. Perfect for research or just, satisfying your curiosity.
And I heard it doesn't just give one answer.
Right. It often presents multiple perspectives on complex topics and shows you the source for each bit. Plus, it suggests follow-up questions to help you dig deeper.
So it turns searching into more of an active learning thing.
Yeah, it's a pretty profound shift. And if Perplexity changes how we find info, Zapier's changing how we act on it. They're adding AI to automation.
Zapier. I always thought that was more for, techie people connecting different apps together.
It was, traditionally, but they've been quietly adding AI features that make automation much more accessible, even on the free tier.
Okay.
You get basic automations, they call them zaps, but more importantly, you get AI-powered automation suggestions.
Meaning what exactly?
Instead of you having to figure out the complex workflow, Zapier's AI can look at how you actually work and suggest automations that would genuinely help you, specifically.
Huh. So it learns your habits and suggests shortcuts.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of this move towards what they call agentic AI. AI tools that don't just answer, they do things. Multiple steps autonomously.
Like finding a restaurant and booking it for you.
Exactly. Without you having to spell out every single step. It's about AI proactively helping you get stuff done.
Interesting. Okay, speaking of AI getting stuff done, let's talk about our phones. AI is creeping into everything, especially cameras.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've seen things like that Honor phone turning images into video with AI, or the Pixel adding stuff into photos generatively.
Right, but this has sparked a bit of a debate, hasn't it? Particularly from photographers.
It has. There was a CNET editor who's also a pro photographer expressing this really fascinating concern. They basically hope Apple doesn't let AI ruin the iPhone 17's camera.
Ruin it how? By focusing too much on that generative stuff.
Kind of. The worry is that they might prioritize flashy AI features, like creating whole new scenes, at the expense of the iPhone's traditional strength, which is its core image quality.
I can see that. iPhones have generally been known for more natural image tones, right? Less heavy processing.
Exactly. They use things like ProRAW, which gives photographers lots of control, and Deep Fusion for detail. Those enhance the real image, they don't generate a new one.
So the fear is AI becomes a crutch, making up for maybe less impressive hardware.
That seems to be the concern. And it taps into this desire for authentic photography. You see it in the huge rise in popularity of compact cameras like that Fujifilm X100Z.
Oh yeah, those are everywhere suddenly.
And even the continued comeback of film photography. People still want to capture real moments, it seems.
That tension between enhancing reality and generating something new is really interesting. Okay, let's switch tracks to education. AI's impact there is a big topic.
Huge. And there's that valid concern about, students just letting AI do the thinking for them, the brain atrophy problem, as some call it.
Right. Are companies doing anything about that?
Well, OpenAI is trying. They're rolling out something called ChatGPT Study Mode.
Study mode, how's that different?
The idea is it acts more like a tutor. It guides students through questions step by step rather than just handing over the answer. It actually refuses to just spit out the correct answer.
Ah, okay, so it forces you to think it through.
Supposedly. It uses interactive prompts, breaks things down into smaller chunks, scaffolded responses, they call it adapts to your skill level, and even has little quizzes built in.
Knowledge checks, okay.
Yeah, and you can turn it on or off. It's for the paid users right now, plus Pro, Team, and coming to their education versions soon.
So trying to foster actual learning, not just answer grabbing.
That's the goal. And Google's doing similar things within search, expanding its AI for learning.
Like what?
You can now upload PDFs on desktop for now and ask questions about them. Soon, other file types too, like from Google Drive.
Oh, that could be useful.
Yeah, the AI mode will cross-reference your file with web info and give you summaries and explanations with links back to sources.
Makes research potentially much faster.
Definitely. And they have this new Canvas workspace too. It helps you organize stuff you find with AI searches. Good for making study guides, planning trips, that kind of thing.
Organizing the chaos.
Okay.
Plus, something called Search Live. You point your phone camera at, say, a diagram in a textbook.
And ask questions about it, and it gives you info overlays, like having an expert explain it right there.
Whoa, okay. That sounds pretty futuristic. And they're putting a button in Chrome, too.
Yeah, soon you'll see an Ask Google about this page option in the address bar. For quick context, it's all about making learning more interactive.
Right, lots happening in AI for learning. Let's shift gears completely. Gadgets. Some fun, some maybe a bit controversial.
Okay.
First up, this one's definitely fun. The Igloo Cool Tunes Playmate Cooler.
Haha, I saw this. It's a cooler with built-in speakers.
Exactly. A 14-quart cooler that's also a boombox. It's apparently a fun and functional fusion of summer party gear.
And isn't it based on an old design?
It is. It's a reboot of an identical cooler boombox from 1989. Same retro look, which is kind of cool.
But updated tech, presumably?
Yeah. Wireless Bluetooth 5.0, and it's IP56 rated, so it can handle dust and splashes. Beach ready.
Is it actually any good as a speaker, though? Or
Yeah.
just a gimmick?
Surprisingly, reports say it's a half-decent portable speaker. Audio is pleasantly clear and crisp, gets really loud, though maybe not super bassy.
Okay.
It even has a CoolSync feature to pair with the second one for stereo sound.
Nice touch. What's the damage?
Retails around $150, but apparently you can often find it on sale, so maybe a rad option if you want some retro flair for your drinks. Just a heads up, the electronics only have a 90-day warranty.
Ah, okay. Good to know. So from retro coolers to the bleeding edge, foldable phones, Apple's finally joining the party.
Looks like it. Reports from JP Morgan suggest the first foldable iPhone might arrive in September 2026, part of the iPhone 18 lineup.
2026. Okay. Any details? Price.
Rumored price is steep, $1,999. Could have a 7.8-inch display, maybe using Samsung tech to avoid a crease. Dual cameras, maybe Touch ID.
Wow, nearly $2,000. Apple's been the only big player with that foldable, right? Samsung, Google, Motorola are already there.
Yep. And speaking of Samsung, they're not standing still. Even though the Fold 7 just came out, there are already rumors about the Z Fold 8 for 2026.
Already? What are they saying?
Bigger battery, maybe 5,000 milliamp compared to the current 4,400, and maybe an even larger inner screen with a different shape.
They keep pushing the envelope. But here's the thing. Do people actually want these?
That's the big question, isn't it? A recent CNET survey found, 54% of U.S. consumers are not interested in buying one in the next year. Only 13% are interested.
That's not a lot of enthusiasm. What are the main worries?
The usual suspects. Concerns about screen issues, the crease, durability, and questions about longevity. How long will these expensive things actually last?
Right. So it makes you wonder, are foldables really the future or just a pricey niche category, especially if consumers are still hesitant?
Definitely something to watch, especially if Apple jumps in. Okay, let's move on to something crucial. Digital security. Big news for Microsoft users.
Yeah, this is important. Microsoft Authenticator is changing. As of this Friday, August 1st, it will stop storing, managing, saving, and autofilling passwords.
Stop handling passwords altogether. Why?
It's part of their big push towards passkeys.
Ah, passkeys. Heard about those. More secure, right?
Much more secure, generally accepted as the next step. They use your device fingerprint, face scan instead of a password scammers can steal. Much harder to phish.
So what happens to passwords saved in Authenticator now?
Microsoft is recommending you port them to the Microsoft Edge browser to keep access. And they're automatically setting people up with passkey options where possible.
Okay, important heads up for anyone using that app. And Google's adding a security feature to Chrome, too. For shopping.
Yeah, trying to help with online scams, Chrome is rolling out a tool that lets you see reviews of the store itself right there in the browser before you buy.
Oh, reviews of the store, not just the product.
Exactly. It builds on the product reviews they already show in search. The idea is to help you quickly figure out if a lesser-known online store is legitimate or sketchy.
That sounds genuinely useful. Okay, now for something a bit messy. The situation with adult content on game stores like itch.io and Steam.
Yeah. This has caused quite a stir. Both platforms recently removed thousands of titles, mostly things tagged NSFW or adult.
Why the sudden crackdown?
It seems it was due to pressure applied to the company's payment processors, think Stripe, PayPal by an anti-porn advocacy group in Australia called Collective Shout. They singled out one game, No Mercy.
Wow, so the payment companies forced their hand.
That's what it looks like. It really highlights the kind of hidden power these payment processors have over online platforms and what content is allowed.
And it hasn't been smooth. I read it caused chaos and confusion.
Yeah, because the impact seems disproportionate on queer creators. Some content, like SFW sci-fi comics apparently, and other LGBTQ plus stuff got caught up in it, even without explicit tags, so the criteria weren't clear.
That's tough.
Itch.io basically admitted they had to act urgently to protect the platform's core payment infrastructure, which led to backlash, creators pulling work, some threatening to leave because the bans are apparently permanent and irreversible.
A really complex situation showing the power dynamics online. Okay, finally, let's touch on AI in the environment. There's a policy plan causing debate.
Yes, the Trump administration released an AI action plan. It outlines their vision for AI infrastructure, and critics are calling it a dream for the fossil fuel and chemical industries.
Why is that? What does it propose?
It suggests eroding bedrock environmental protections to speed up building data centers. Crucially, it proposes financial support and faster permitting for dispatchable energy. That means natural gas, coal, nuclear.
Okay.
But it specifically excludes solar and wind power from that expedited treatment.
Excludes renewables. Wow. So critics are saying.
They're calling it a massive handout to fossil fuels, an energy idiot agenda. They're worried it increases reliance on non-renewables and could even lead to building data centers on polluted land, like Superfund sites.
So a real clash between pushing tech growth fast and environmental concerns.
Exactly. It really highlights that complex, sometimes controversial intersection between tech expansion, government policy, and the environmental impact. big questions about how we power all this AI.
Definitely critical questions. Which brings us to a final thought. As we see all these rapid changes, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman made some pretty striking comments about GPT-5 recently.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
He said the next stage is so fast and powerful, it actually left him genuinely scared. He even compared it to the Manhattan Project and asked, what have we done?
Oh, that's intense, coming from him.
Right. It leads into this whole idea of superintelligence, or ASI, artificial superintelligence, AI that could outperform humans at basically everything. Some experts even put like a 10% risk on advanced AI causing human extinction.
That's sobering stuff, though not everyone sees it that way. Zuck at Meta talks about personal superintelligence, putting that power in individuals' hands.
True, different visions there. So the big question for all of us really is, are we building tools that will just enhance humanity or fundamentally change what it means to be human? And maybe more importantly, how do we make sure it's for the better?
That's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? The one we'll be grappling with for a long time.
Indeed. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Lots to think about there.
Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.